The next talk is by Braden Hall. Braden is from the Department of Psychology. The title of Braden's talk is Flirting with Faculty.
College students flirt. They flirt like a lot. They flirt with a lot of different people in a lot of different places for a lot of different reasons. They flirt in bars to get free drinks, at the library to just make friends, or at the coffee shop to get the barista's number. But college students flirt in their classrooms too. And they don't just flirt with their classmates, they flirt with their professors too. Now, this might come as a shock to all of you and leave many higher education administrators clutching their pearls, wondering how many of their well-respected students are sharing seductive glances with their professors. Well, to examine whether this is the case, we surveyed over 230 students from an unnamed university and asked them how often they engaged in 24 different flirting behaviors, like wearing a tight shirt to class or twirling their hair while their professor lectures. And what we found is that, we also asked them how often they thought their friends engaged in all of these behaviors, and we asked them how appropriate they found these behaviors to be. Now, you'll be happy to know that almost all of our participants reported never engaging in any of these behaviors, that they didn't think their peers engaged in these behaviors, and that these behaviors were wholly inappropriate. But don't worry, it gets spicier. Because 43% of our sample also reported that they believed a student could raise their grade in a class by flirting with their professor. But what makes a student think that biting their pen could score them an A? Well, to get to know our participants a little more and to examine their Casanova strategies, we also examined their personality traits, one of which was an indicator of grandiose narcissism. Now, for the non-psychologists in the room, grandiose narcissism is a personality trait that's characterized by an inflated sense of self and unreasonable entitlement. But it's also characterized by charm, confidence, and social boldness, which makes someone a pretty good flirt. And what we found is that participants higher in grandiose narcissism were more likely to believe that they could flirt their way into an A. They were also more likely to engage in every single one of the behaviors that we measured, likely because they flirt in every other area of their life, so why not flirt with my professor while I'm at it? We also found that they were more likely to say that their friends engaged in these behaviors, and if I'm a grandiose narcissist, why isn't everyone doing what I'm doing? We also find that they think these behaviors are more appropriate because if I'm a grandiose narcissist, everything I do is appropriate. But all in all, while professors are unlikely to walk into a room full of clamoring narcissists desperate to flirt with them, they are likely to encounter a student every now and then that, because of their personality, thinks that a tight shirt, a dirty joke, or a well-placed compliment might just make its way into the grade book. Thank you.